The stuff we all share, from kids to chaos and the mess we make. We bonded over laughs and every mistake. From bad hair days to a joke or two, no topic was off limits, nothing taboo. We laughed till we cried, had each other's backs. A sisterhood formed in the middle of tracks. Sisterhood of the chat, we're strong and we're loud. From West Virginia, Liverpool, we're proud. From Texas to Australia, we've got the best. Lifting each other up, we pass every test. From the East Coast to the West, we cheer. From Indiana to New York, we're always here. From late night texts to early morning calls, we've been through it all, big and small. From talking fashion to the crazy stuff, we've got each other's backs when life gets tough. We send memes and pics of the day gone wrong and the occasional "can you believe this song?" We share everything, no secrets to keep, like a wild dream that we never want to sleep. Sisterhood of the chat, we're strong and we're loud. From West Virginia, Liverpool, we're proud. From Texas to Australia, we've got the best. Lifting each other up, we pass every test. From the East Coast to the West, we cheer. From Indiana to New York, we're always here. From Tennessee, where the music plays, to sweet tea nights and lazy days. From England's hills to the country roads, our sisterhood's a bond that forever grows. Sisterhood of the chat, we're strong and we're loud. From West Virginia, Liverpool, we're proud. From Texas to Australia, we've got the best. Lifting each other up, we pass every test. From the East Coast to the West, we cheer. From Indiana to New York, we're always here. Through the highs and the lows, we've been there. When the world feels heavy, we just don't care. We're loud, we're bold, we're a little bit wild, but always there for each other, with hearts so mild. Sisterhood of the chat, we're strong and we're loud. From West Virginia, Liverpool, we're proud. From Texas to Australia, we've got the best. Lifting each other up, we pass every test. From the East Coast to the West, we cheer. From Indiana to New York, we're always here. So here's to the sisters who make life so sweet. We've got each other, no defeat. From the chat to the heart, it's all the same. We're a sisterhood forever in the friendship game. According to Leanie, the eclipse is to blame, but truly the Lord brought us together, and we'll never be the same. In the studio we laugh all day. She's got that sass in every way. Talking fast, not a pause in sight. Leanie's got my head in a spin tonight. Oh, shut up, Leanie, can't you see? You talk so much, it's drowning me. With your white hair and sassy flair, just give me a breath, let me share. Podcast queen with a wicked smile, running jokes mile after mile. Try to speak, but in she slides. Leanie makes it a wild ride.
Go on, Liz.
What?
Waiting for you to sing.
Oh.
We're all waiting for you. Can't you see you talk too much? You're drowning me with snow white hair.
Without your song, gotta let me in. This is not your show.
So here I stand with my mic in
In
hand, trying
hand,
to keep this show as friendly. Guess it's gonna stay a little secret
every day.
Every day.
Show is planned.
Guess it's gonna stay a
little secret every day. Hey, can't you see you talk so much? With your white hair and sassy flair. Don't get me wrong. Without your song, gotta let me in.
This ain't just your show to win.
Really, can't you see you talk so much with your white hair and such a smile? Let me share. Just song.
I'm sure it makes our voice not go in sync with it.
I know.
Honest to God, we're miles out. Nicholas, they all are.
There's a lag between Yorkshire and Liverpool.
Yeah, we'll just stick to that story.
With my mic in hand, trying to keep this show as planned. Leading lights, guess it's gonna stay. Our little secret
every day.
She started off observing. She kept to herself her wording. She saw the need for a friend indeed to all of those deserving. She travels the world through your eyes. She listens and sometimes cries. She wants to know what makes you whole and cares without disguise. According to Lee, she welcomes you here.
Listen, I was telling you.
A laugh, a song, sometimes a tear. A friend, a foe, a stranger. Your life story, your moments of glory.
Definitely, yeah.
Sad, you're happy, your dreams and the words. She wants to know the ins and outs of all of you here. According to Lee, she welcomes you here. A laugh, a song, sometimes a tear. A friend, a foe, a stranger. Your life story, your moments of glory. You're sad, you're happy, your dreams and your worry. She wants to know the ins and outs of all of you here. According to Leanie, she wants to know what it is all about. According to Leanie, welcome here while we all just figure life out. So sit back and yak, smile and laugh, have a cuppa or two. Leanie is coming on right now, she welcomes you. Let's hear life according to Leanie.
Good evening, Lizzo. How are you doing,
Good
girl?
evening, Margaret.
Are you okay?
I am.
That's good.
Are you?
Well, I'm doing okay. I was falling asleep about 10 minutes ago. I only realised half an hour ago that I hadn't even put the live up. Oh my God. So I was legging it, putting it
Is
on.
Jessie happy with her haircut?
She did okay. She said she was fine. So she did
good.
good. She's having a little sleep now.
Oh.
She's just had a little bone and now she's going to sleep. Yeah, it just because the other side is all cut down now. You can sort of see the difference more if you get me. But when it's all curly and fluffy, you think it's not too bad, but it itches a bit when she shaves down everywhere and you can see it.
Oh.
So yeah, so once it all grows and she's back to normal again, she'll be okay.
Yeah.
Just because it's so shaved down, so close. But the main thing is she's good in herself. Got my mic right up in the air, so once you heard me. So Lainey's running a bit late, obviously, so she'll be here, I'm sure. So let's do a roll call.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got Shagatoon. Hiya, Shag. Welcome in, girl. Thanks for coming. Please hit the like. If you haven't hit the like, guys, will you go and hit it now? I'll be made up. Thanks very much. We've got Justin Miller. Good evening, Justin Miller, or good day, whatever time zone you're in. I haven't got a clue, but welcome into chat. Thanks for coming in. Please hit the like. Just Becca. Hello, girl. How are you? Are you driving around as usual? We've got Wild Angel. Hello, chicken. Good to see you too. Lizzo, are you and Max doing the show today? I wasn't sure if it was Leonie starting here, so I don't know who to say hi to. And it was very confusing as well in the chat because when I write, as you know, I show up as Leonie. So I have to always remember to say it's Maggie because people are like, hi, Leonie, hi, Leonie. But anyway, now it's me and Liz are here right now, but Leonie's coming to do the show. I think something might have popped up or something with her. She's only like 15 minutes late or something, isn't she?
Oh, is Wild Angel coming to England?
Let's have a look. Hi, Jeremy Edwards. Good to see you too, love. Thanks for coming in and please hit the like. Travis Law, that sounds. Can you do your hair ponytail, please? Who? Me, Maggie, or Lizzo, the other lady? I'll put a ponytail in. That's whatever you want. Good to see you anyway, chap. I charge $5 for that. I'm only kidding. 10. Justice Jane, hiya chicken. Good to see you. And we've got April. Hello, April. Good to see you too, love. Hope you're okay. So,
Hey, April.
I'm at a bit of a loss because I haven't researched anything today. 1, I haven't had time. 2, I was off dead. And 3, I'm expecting Leonie to come on with all her research because she's going to go over the interviews, isn't she? I haven't even seen the today's one of you, Lizzo.
I've seen today's, but obviously Dateline, that's on later tonight. So I think that's on 9 o'clock in America.
What time?
Their time. So it would be about 1 o'clock for us, wouldn't it?
Oh, so we'll have to watch it tomorrow. Unless someone's putting it on Discord later or something.
Yeah.
They might play it over. See what Leonie's doing. See if anyone's watching it. Because wasn't that the one that Koberger was on last time that we watched?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. We were like, oh my God, they showed you like where the car.
Yeah, didn't we find out like a load of stuff that we didn't know on that?
Yeah, it was really good. So it should be good, shouldn't it? But there was loads of trouble over it, wasn't there? Someone had leaked all the information.
Yeah.
Which is what we got. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The same tonight.
Yeah.
Will we find out anything we don't know? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We wouldn't know. So we is all going to be watching Dateline tonight. Let me know. So Wild Angel says, Lizzo, I was telling Maggie that England is definitely on my bucket list and I'd like to find somebody in our community and take the trip with me. And I would love to visit you and Max. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Where about in England are you going? Because if you say London, I can't go to London. Terrified. 6 are all these all kinds of shit happening all over the world. Thinking 2027. That's only next year, girl, isn't it? It's only next year. Yeah. Just please don't come when I'm away on holiday. I don't even know when I'm going yet. So has anybody seen? Watch the last part of Susanna Guthrie's interview.
Yeah.
Hi, Josh. Good to see you, love. Thanks for coming in. Please hit the like. So has anybody seen the anybody in chat seen Susanna's the last part of it interview? If you have, let me know. I haven't even. I don't know whether you've heard anything at all today, Liz.
Anything? No, I haven't really had a chance to look at anything other than that. I've watched that interview.
Yeah,
but that's the only thing I've looked at really.
Yeah, it's been a couple of days since I've gone and had a look around. I mean, it's been quite slow, hasn't it? Apart from the interview.
Yeah.
So it's been quite hard. But yeah, so I feel like I'm just a sore thumb sitting here. Everything okay with Leanie? As far as I know, April, she's either still asleep
I
or
think she just said she's on her way.
something's come up.
Yeah.
Has she just messaged you?
It's in chat. She's put, I'm coming, y'all. Give me a few minutes.
Which chat?
I don't know, because I don't know which one I'm seeing here.
Oh yeah, there she is. Yeah, I didn't even see that. See what I mean? So she's on her way. I told you she'd be here. Everything's fine. She's probably just might have got. I mean, I was late myself nearly because I was watching Maps Married to First Sight, and I felt so sorry. Have you been watching it, Lizzo?
I'm not as yet. No, I usually catch up eventually.
Well, I always wait till there's been loads on.
Yeah.
Because I've got to see the next one.
That's
so
what I
I've
tend
just
to do.
started it. I mean, I think I'm about 8 in now. Oh, I don't know. I feel sorry for one of the fellas. I think it's very degrading, you know.
Yeah.
When they keep them in it, and the girl is so, you know, just tells them straight, you know, we don't see anything in you. There's no chemistry. There's not this. There's not that. I think they should be asked to leave the show.
Yeah, I should.
If she's going to be, I think you know, there's all the people that have auditioned and not got through because they've had enough or whatever. I think they should match that lad with another
someone
person.
else, give him a chance with someone else.
Or someone else, or one of the other couples who doesn't with their partner, whatever.
Yeah.
Give them a chance because that's their chance gone as well. Do you know what I mean? And it's so sad. Hiya, John. Good to see you, love.
Do you ever watch the Farmer Wants a Wife? That Australian?
Do you know what? I watched it once and I really enjoyed it. Is that still on?
I love that, me.
Is it back on?
I don't know, to be honest, because I'm watching it on Sky, so I've been watching all the seasons that are on Sky because I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. Yeah,
I did. I think
I watched one of them. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Is that a name, John Brooke? You know me. This is the God's truth about me. I can watch a series and not even get onto anyone's name until probably the last one. So he's saying Brooke and I'm like, means nothing to me. So is that the poor lads? I don't even know the names. I've just turned it off there and I felt so sorry for him. And all the girls are saying to her, I don't know why you don't like him. He's lovely. You know, he's a nice looking fella. He's got a good heart. But it's full of shit when they come on and go, oh, I'm just looking for someone, you know, with a good heart. And then they come on, they're just full of shit, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, some of them are just nasty cows.
Oh, no need. No need. I mean, they must get asked on there. Are you bothered if anyone's overweight? Because you can be matched to anyone. And the last thing you need to do is to degrade someone.
Yeah.
You know, you bothered by anyone overweight to someone too slim, too tall, too small, too whatever. You know, and find out before they match them in that way. Surely to God, they must ask them that.
You'd think.
To match, because some people are repulsed by overweight women. And for them to get on there and go, no, it's, you know, she's too big for me. I think that's awful.
It is awful.
So tonight, in it, the one I've watched, one of the fellas, who he seems okay, he was very reserved to begin with. And he said, you know, he wasn't hopeful. He said it straight. He said, I'm really trying to put my heart into it. I'm not hopeful. But anyway, on his interview, they record the auditions. And one of his icks, he said, was false tan. False tan. Oh God, what was the other one? And anyway, false tan and someone who fat women.
Oh my
God. And the girl said, you know, if I'd have known that, I mean, she's dead slim, she's a model. She said, you know, if I'd have known that at the beginning, she went, you wouldn't have stood a chance with me. So she phoned oh my God, she phoned her sister and she went over it with her sister. She went, you know what I've just found out? And she told her, she went, what do you think I should do? And the sister went, run. And he's really regretting it now. He said, you know what? My mind is because I've been sitting with fellas. And when you're younger and you get, you know, you always try to impress your mates and go with dolly birds and stuff like that. When sometimes you don't even like them, you like, you know. And he's trying to explain himself, but she's taking it as excuses. But I think he is really sorry
Yeah.
that he thought that way, and his mindset has changed along the way, and he hasn't even given that. But anyway, so Steve, a liar. Oh, was he? Oh, what? Steve's a liar, the old guy. Shut up, John. Starlene says the farmer wants a wife will be later in the year.
Oh.
Hello, Leanie.
Hello, lady.
Hello, Miss dear. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm so sorry I overslept.
I said that. I said she's probably still asleep or something's come up.
Yeah,
I
but
said,
no,
you know what, guys? I said, I haven't researched anything. I haven't got nothing to tell you. I said, has anyone seen the today's interview with Suzanne? But no one answered me. Lizzo said she's seen it.
the Today Show.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Leanie?
No, girl, no, I
You
haven't.
know the one with Suzanne on, yeah?
Yes, with Savannah on it.
Are you watching Dateline?
I didn't tell you the truth, you guys. I didn't even know what the.
Are
All
you
right, let me
watching
explain.
Dateline?
Let me explain. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going through echinacea
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Why don't you get a cup of coffee and come back?
Hold on, I have to say
You what?
something. I said I have to say something.
Listen to it.
I am having echinacea right now. That is a term that we learned just from the Nancy Guthrie case, y'all. Right?
Echinacea.
What do you mean?
Echinacea. Oh my God. Do you guys watch my
What's that mean?
program?
Echinacea is a herb in it, or a flower. I don't know.
Oh my God. I'm hurt. Listen, I hope the chat is
Oh,
paying
guys,
attention
help us
to-
out with this, Leanie.
All right, so let me help you guys since you obviously don't watch my programs. Listen, echinacea.
We do?
We learned about echinacea from Nancy Grace's person or source and sleep study expert and things. And echinacea is the
Oh, I
thing
haven't
that
watched
fog.
Nancy Grace for ages.
Oh my God, you're not even my friend. Shut the hell up. The
Shut the hell
fog
up.
that you feel when you first wake up takes like some people a few minutes, some people up to 30
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
You're in that weird fog thing going on.
That's what I've just had. I've just had that echinacea.
That is where I'm at.
I have it every day in my life.
I'm having the echinacea moments. So what's going to happen here is I am going to make a cup of coffee. I cannot
Yeah,
see
you
chat, but
are.
I want to say hello to everybody. And I did pull up some stuff before I laid down, and we will go over that. But I need to get out of echinacea.
Go and get it. Go and get a cup of coffee, girl, and come back.
I
Go on.
know.
I'm knocking you down. Go.
Actually, okay. If you guys want me to start something, I can start something. Or
Well,
you
go
guys
on
can
then.
keep talking.
We can just chat. What do you prefer us to do?
I prefer you to do. I'm in echinacea. I can't make decisions. I'm
I
fogged
wish
up.
Asia off and go and get your cup of coffee.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Well, at least he's
So
not
guys, that
euthanasia.
is Leanie. Yeah, at least it's not euthanasia yet. So Leanie has just woke up. And you know when you don't know what day you're in? That's what Leanie's in now. And it's called echinacea or something. I just say I don't know what day I'm in.
Well,
And you know, you
echinacea,
get up
we
and
take
you-
that. We take that over here if you're getting a cold or something. You take echinacea capsules.
Oh, I haven't even heard of that, Liz.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of that. But anyway, I've woke up loads of times, you know, when you're really disorientated. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened for a long time now because I don't get in a deep enough sleep. I wish I could. But you can tell when someone's just woke up, can't you? You tell she's just woke up like Dilly Dolly Daydream.
It happens to me when I wake
she's
up every
okay,
morning.
Gito.
You wake up every morning, you're like, what day is it? It can't be that day. No, it's not that
And
day.
I just said to Alec, is it Monday today? He looked at me. He went, it's Friday. I went, shut up. He says, it's Friday. I went, I'm only kidding. I knew. I didn't. I didn't know what day I mean. But I should have
God.
known because I knew Jessie was getting grooms on Thursday.
I'd have been disappointed if it
On
had been
Friday, I
Monday.
mean. Look, I've just said on Thursday. On Friday. Oh, God. So Wild Angel says, Leanie, you need to start taking oil of oregano. Is that oregano? Am I saying
Yeah,
that
or
right?
if you're talking American, oregano.
Oregano. Oh, okay.
We say
Wild
oregano.
Angel, you're not paying attention to Leanie either. She's just said, I'm not paying attention. She's only got it because she's just woke up, and that's why she's got brain fog. But I've got brain fog all the time, so I need to take it because I can't remember words or anything. It's really bad. So do you think that'll help me? I'm serious. I need help because I'm terrified to go back to doctors. I guess I've seen the live where you were driving around. Would you driving or were you the passenger? Because I was confused. I know you guys driving on opposite sides than we do. It was me driving. I'll only drive local. I don't like driving miles away. I'm terrified. But yeah, it was me driving. Who else? Who else? Yeah, she's fine, Tito. She's okay. She just jumped up from asleep and she's all brain fogged. Like me. She's like me right now. Her brain's gone. Leary, good to see you. How's the packaging going? What packaging's that, Wild Angel? So yeah, Darlene says farmer wants a rifle run later in the year.
Oh, good.
And now John's told me that the older fella is a liar. Oh my God. Oh, I hope he doesn't break that woman's heart. Hiya, Possum. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And please hit the like. Oh, look at the little cat on the picture. April says, when I have too many things going on, I can't think straight. April,
I'm like that.
I've been like this now for a couple of years, but it's really bad now. It's embarrassing. I'm talking and I can't remember words.
I can only
It's
think
really
of one
bad.
thing at a time.
I used to be so honest to God on the ball with everything. I used to if my mates wanted something, I'd organise it all, do everything. Can't organise getting up out of bed now. Can't organise nothing. Terrible. I have to write everything down. I've got alarms all over my phone. It's really bad. And I hear people saying, don't worry, I'm the same. But I'm sitting there secretly thinking, I don't think you are. Because I am really that bad. And are you back, or you dilly-dally daydream?
Yes, I'm back. Thank you guys. I appreciate it so much. I am losing my voice a little bit, but it's okay. Listen,
Have you been screaming?
No, I think it's just from just talking so much. Talking so much, running the lives. But anyways, listen, we are an educational program as well here. Okay, you better all remember that word for the rest of your lives, echinacea, because
I can't remember it already.
I was like, I need to get in touch with that guy because you guys know my sleep patterns, and we do have a situation. That is right. We have a situation because y'all are not watching my programs. Shit on a biscuit. Done with it. Anyways, thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. We do me a favor and hit the like. The reason why we have called this meeting together, y'all, is if you remember yesterday, we watched Savannah Guthrie's one-on-one interview with Hoda Kotb. Does anybody remember that one? Were you here for it, maybe?
Yeah, I remember the name.
Yeah.
Oh, for the love of God. It's where we learned that the door was propped open.
That's what we need.
For
the love of God.
Oh, for the love of God, right. So that we learned yesterday that the door was left propped, the doors, plural, were left prop open. we learned that she was taken out of the house in her pajamas and no shoes. Remember that?
Yeah.
What else did we get from what all she said? Like I said, I'm coming out of the euthanasia right now, you guys.
Oh, I'm the same. I'm still in mine,
Euthanasia.
Lainey.
I'm coming 3 back doors. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. I'm coming out of
Don't
the
start
euthanasia,
on
you guys.
doors. I had Leanie
She
at 1
thinks
o'clock
she's
this
to
morning,
blame.
guys, and she was having a tornado, and I'm going, Leanie, I can't find this blue back door. And poor Leanie's waiting for the tornado. She's waiting to get in the bath. And I'm going, can you just hang on a minute? Liz, you were
Yeah.
here getting a call. Because do you remember the door we seen with the
Yeah.
lights taken off?
Yeah.
Where was the door, Liz?
On the right.
It's not.
On the
It's
right
gone.
of that. No.
Off the
it's-
patio on
Yeah,
the
it's still
wall,
there.
wasn't it? It's gone.
No, it's there.
I'm made up.
No,
You said
it's
that.
there because if you remember, there's that blue door and there was the camera right next to it, and it was
Exactly.
broken.
It's
The floodlights next to it were
You
broken
thought
off.
the same as me. It's not
Yeah.
there. Wait, I'll show you. I've been having a breakdown over it. I couldn't sleep.
It must be there.
I had to go and
It
get
must
pictures.
be there because there's 2 different doors. The blue doors are different, aren't they? One of them's got the tiny little windows, and the other one it's different. The glass is
Gail,
different.
I swear down, I've got to send you this. I've got to send you. Sorry, Lee. When you mentioned blue door, it was a trigger
It's
to
okay.
me.
Okay, they're triggered over that. But so while they're figuring that out, we did learn about the 3 doors. Thank you so much for that. Sorry. I just went off for a second. Thank you so much for that, Jeremy. And then somebody said, y'all see, I'm coming out of the euthanasia. Okay, I'm coming out of it. I promise I'm smarter than this. I'm just starting to have trouble. The fog is coming up, but now I'm just having trouble getting words out. What the hell is going on here? All right, you know what we're gonna do? Let's go back and just so today on the Today Show, some of you guys may have already seen it, some of you haven't. I obviously haven't. My co-host Maggie and her co-host, probably has seen it. I don't know, but I haven't seen it, and maybe some of you guys haven't seen it. So let's watch part 2 of Savannah Guthrie's interview, one-on-one interview with Hoda Kotb that was played on the Today Show. And give me a second, I will pull it up. And then, nope, not that one. That one. Hold on, I don't know where I'm at. No, oh, there's my girl. Y'all know that's coming. You know, my girl is coming. Oh, I just read. Get down, little girl. Have an echinacea. All right, I sound like that JLR person. How many times have I said the word now? All right, here we go. Echinacea. She's got echinacea. Echinacea. It's echinacea, everybody. It's echinacea. I gotta stop. That's mean.
Go back to
Lainey.
bed.
No, I'm good. I'm good. All right, let's watch this together, y'all. Watch your ears. I can't control your volume.
She's got a
You're
feather in her
resolute and
necklace.
strong with your mama. But did you, at some point during all of this, have to wrestle with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not done.
Mm.
But God doesn't tell us not to wrestle with Him. This isn't some cheap faith. And my mom taught me that. God only requires our authentic presence. And that He has. But I never doubted. One of my mom's best friend told me that she had been going through a hard time, and she said to my mom, how have you kept your faith all these years? Why? Losing your husband, all the different things that my mom had been through. Like, how, Nancy, how do you keep your faith? And my mom said to her, well, where else would I go? And I hold that with me. But faith is how I will stay connected to my mom. God is how I'm holding hands with my mom. And I won't let sadness win for her. She taught me. See, I saw her grieve. I saw her world shatter. I saw it. And I saw her get up. And I saw her believe. And I saw her love. And I saw her hope. And I saw her smile. And I saw her laugh. I saw her joy. I saw her love of the world and adventure. I saw her belief. I saw her faith. She taught me. She taught all of us. And I may not do it as well as her, but I will do it. I will do it for my kids. I will. I will not fall apart. I will not let whoever did this take my children's mother from them. I will not let them take my joy. They will not take my sister's joy. They will not take my brother's joy. They will not take our love. They will not take our faith. But our anguish is real. We need help. We need someone to tell the truth.
Yes.
I have no anger in my heart. I have hope in my heart. I have love. But this family needs peace.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think we deserve anything more or less than any other person. We don't say, why us, why me, why anything. If I say why me for this horrible thing, then I have to say why me for all the beautiful blessings of my life. Well then, yes, why? I don't know why. I'm grateful for my blessings. And I'm heartbroken for the sorrow.
Yes.
I'm heartbroken.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I am crushed, but I am not abandoned. We are not alone. Do we need an answer? And someone has it in their power to help. It is never too late. And when you do, the warmth of love and forgiveness that will come will be greater than can be imagined. I know what it is to be forgiven.
Yes.
And there is no greater joy.
Yes.
And that joy awaits whoever can hear this and find it in their heart to help.
Yes. You're focusing on people in Tucson. Somebody there must have seen or known something and maybe forgot about it or didn't pay attention to it.
How can someone vanish without a trace?
Yeah.
How? Someone knows something, even if that something is someone's been acting strange for the last 7-8 weeks, even if it's just that. Somebody knows. And maybe somebody's afraid. And I understand that. But our hearts are in agony. We can't breathe. We can't live. We can't go on. We can't be at peace. We can't go forward. we have to know what happened to her.
Yes. You talked about coming back to New York. One of the other enduring images for me was walking into Studio 1A and seeing you there, speaking to everybody. What was it like for you walking back in there?
I really wanted to come and see everybody.
Yeah.
I just love this beautiful place that we call home, where we get to come and be every day. And I know how much people have prayed for me and loved me. All the people that you see on TV, and then all the people that you don't. All the notes and messages that I have received are just so beautiful. I just wanted to be with my family. They're my family too.
You said something when you were there, and you said, I don't know how to come back, and I don't know how not to come back.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I look at the Today Show, which is the answer to all my dreams, actually better than my dreams.
So how about coming back? I know everyone's wondering.
So it's hard to imagine doing it because it's such a place of joy and lightness, and I can't come back and try to be something that I'm not. But I can't not come back because it's my family. I think it's part of my purpose right now. I want to smile. And when I do, it will be real. And my joy will be my protest. My joy will be my answer. And being there is joyful. And when it's not, I'll say so. And I have been so grateful to have this family. I consider this my family, my greater family. And when times are hard, you want to be with your family. And I want to be with my family. And so I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'll belong anymore. But I would like to try. I would like to try. And I'm not going to be the same. But maybe it's like that old poem, more beautiful in the broken places.
I mean, wow. That was put perfectly. Jenna, I feel like I just want to talk to you because there's no one at this table who's closer to Savannah than you. You guys are like sisters. And I just wanted you to say a few words.
Well, I just want. No, I'm not listening to that. Sorry. You guys can go back and listen to that if you are interested in the round table discussion. I'm not. It's hi Siri. I'm with you, Siri. I think something is wrong with that one to me.
Yeah, we've said
what
that.
do you guys think?
Yeah.
Do you guys think does that set right with you?
No.
Can I say, and then I'm going to let you guys talk about it because I'm still coming out of this, but can I just say there was one thing that struck me that I grasped and I could understand on her level. She will not be the same. Maggie, you know that Lizzo is coming, and you already know that it's gonna come. When you lose a parent, I can't. Hi, Michelle. Happy Friday. I cannot anybody who's lost a parent, I guess anybody close to them, you're never the same. But when your mother goes, it's a whole different ball game. I don't know what it's like, thank God, to lose a child. But I've lost my mom, and I lost with my mom who I was in a lot of ways. Now, even this far out, I've found things. What I found is that I'm a lot like my mom. Even the things that used to drive me nuts about my mom, I'm just like her. Ha ha, joke's on me. But that's the only thing that I could feel that resonated anywhere with that to me, because at all I can do is go off of my own experience. And that I kept going for my children. Other than that, I didn't keep going for a job. I didn't keep going for my siblings. I didn't keep going for anybody. It was for them kids. And I still had a boy at home too. So I can understand that too. So what says y'all? What says y'all?
Just say, Sasha, you can say whatever you want, love. You're offending nobody. That's your voice and what you think, and we've all got our own different thoughts about it all. So don't worry about speaking your mind like that, love. You're not
Yeah,
offensive. You're not being offensive.
We've always known that she's side eye in the family, and she's always been so respectful of it. And I appreciate that so much. And I appreciate a different perspective. That's why us three are doing this together.
And I agree with 100%.
I am
All right,
Michelle. Don't worry, love. So you know what I'm going to say, don't you? I know you know what I'm going to say.
we know what you're gonna say.
I felt, I know. My heart was breaking with her. I just feel it's real, but I don't understand why they haven't been out searching. But I think the torment she's going through is because they don't know. There's no answers. You know, I think okay, they come to the reckoning that she's not coming back in that way, but it's just not knowing where she is and what happened to her. That must be, you know, it's like these children or people that just go out one day and don't come back and just vanish without trace. How does someone carry on after that? I think if Nancy had passed away in normal circumstances, it would have been a different story. She'd have been heartbroken, but she'd eventually gone back to work. I mean, if I seen her going back to work in not long from now, I'd be absolutely devastated, because I just couldn't understand it. And like you say, she's never going to be the same. But I just think it's the not knowing that's killing them. And that's my opinion. Go on, Liz. Go on.
No, I'm still of the same opinion. I agree with Sasha. They've done herself no favours whatsoever doing these interviews, because there's little things that she said that, you know, have made people start to side eye again. You know, she drops little things in and you think, hey, that's
Has
odd.
she said something in this one?
I mean, to me, there was too much acting going on. You know, when she was on about, I mean, I'm sick. She keeps saying, oh, and she was taken from her bed in the middle of the night. And then it got worse. It was like in her pajamas with no shoes, you know, and then onto medication bit. And it was like, oh, please, I can't with that. It just, to me, it was too much acting and overkill, overboard. I can't. I feel like they all know what happened between the three of them. They know what happened, and I felt like from day one. Now, whether that means there was some sort of an accident or something, and so this perp business was something they set up to cover it up, you know, to try and bring about some sort of a story to cover up whatever happened. I don't know. But I don't
feel
understand.
that they do now that she's gone. This whatever's being said.
I think they know even. I think they know what happened. I
don't believe they do. I think that's the torment with her. I can see torment on her face, and I can feel it in my chest when she's talking. Maybe I'm just that's how I am, but
Yeah,
I think not knowing what happened to someone has got to be, it's
And
got to be the worst thing.
she also let it slip as well. Like people were saying, all these the speeches that she's done, that the FBI wrote them for her. You know, she's been guided. No, she let that slip in the interview, that they, between them, you know, the
Between
good
them, yeah.
writers, and between them, they came up with the words.
That's true. Yeah, she said they all decided between them what to
So
put.
everything that's come out has come from their mouth. The FBI haven't given them a script. It's come from their mouth. All of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi,
Okay,
everybody.
what do you
Thank you
think,
guys.
Lee?
Thank you guys so much for being here. Listen, we all know that us three up here are very different women. And I know I keep saying that for people that are always with us, but there are people that come and go. And I just want them to understand that we're very different women up here. Maggie, I will tell you straight out, leads with her heart 100%. Lizzo leads with her mind. She's got an investigative mind, and it always goes to that first, what makes sense. And then there's me, who flies off of both. I feel sorry. Oh, I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry. I do feel sorry. And I need a lot of time to think and to work things out in my brain. I want to see, I want to share with you guys what Michelle said. I thought it was good. I thought it was really, really good. She said, I agree with the comment that it's very strange. I don't know about performance, but it's very weird. But she is grieving. Whether people like her or not, I feel heartbroken for her and very sad. No matter what, it is her mommy. Yeah. And I appreciate you saying that.
I agree she's grieving. I'm not going to deny that. I accept that. But no matter how it came about that they're grieving, you know, I don't take that away from them. They, you know, they're all grieving. I get that.
Yeah. I want to ask you guys this. Do you think that the Today Show, now I'm not talking about the people on the Today Show, talking about it as a business, because the Today Show is a business and it's a very lucrative business. It's got the #1 morning time slot for years upon years in our country, in my country. Do you think that the Today Show is exploiting her? Do you think maybe Nancy, not Nancy, I'm sorry. Do you think maybe Savannah, if she did not work for them, would be even giving these one-on-ones?
No,
is it
she
to
wouldn't.
save? Is it to save her job?
I think so. Because I heard before, at the very beginning of all this,
Hey, Aussie.
I read it somewhere that before this happened, she went through a period where she was worried about her job. You know, she would wake up worried because her ratings had dropped a little bit. You know, how high she was in the ratings had dropped a little bit, and she was concerned about losing a job. And that is it, that Hoda's ratings had gone up, and there was some concern there as to whether they would keep her on.
That's I think I remember somebody coming in chat and saying that, and I didn't look it up or anything because I'm not a Today Show person. I don't watch it. And I'm sorry. I'm just going to go back to that interview really quick. I was getting just aggravated as fuck. And see, this is where my brain comes in, because Hoda kept with her. And then when they came back and they were, it's like they kind of took a break. You could see a splice in the video. Y'all, I know about them splices, okay? I'm watching.
Slices.
So they spliced for a second. They came back, or right before they spliced, Hoda started asking her questions. And the way that she started asking was exactly the way Savannah talks. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
She went into a Savannah mode, like the way she talks, the softness of her voice, and then the video splices really quick and they come back and Hoda finishes it, but it's in her own voice. That's the God's honest truth. Go back and listen to it. And listen, there are many times that I've interviewed people on this panel and my heart's like, oh, like just kill me more, will you? And I feel it, and I'm always like, oh my goodness.
The
And
chat
so,
agreeing with you, Lee.
so that does come out, but I try when I feel that happening, and I may be taken away from the story that somebody's trying to tell me up here, then I mute myself out so that you guys can't hear my emotion. And I'm not even a freaking professional. I am on some days, but not this day. What do y'all think about that? Do you think Hoda was the right person to interview her?
Well, they've obviously thought she's the right one. I mean, the way she was crying, scrunching her face up, and there wasn't a tear.
But
Is
she
like
weren't, was she? I mean, every time the camera
made
went
me
back
laugh.
to her, she's smiling every time.
Yeah,
She's like,
one minute it was scrunched and then she was smiling, like that really I understand you face.
it was
Yeah.
irritating me. I kept looking and thinking, what the hell are you smiling at?
It irritated me in the end, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think if they've never brought her up, if she's not worked there. No.
Well, chat says, a lot of people in chat says, no, 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 no. I don't think I too don't think that she was the correct person to have interviewed. And I thought about that whenever I was listening to Hoda and wondering to myself if Savannah felt, if this was a way to exploit Savannah, get the ratings even higher, and then also to play one against the other to see which one should have the slot that Savannah has. Now, I know I might be reaching, but that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
You do have someone that's normally a bit more, what you call it?
Even one of the men, I think,
yeah, a man
could have sat there stoic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what I was thinking, listening to all of that. I was like, this is exploitation. And something's going on with the Today Show. There's a little experiment going on, and neither one of these two women, maybe they do realize it. I mean, they're probably a hell of a lot smarter than I am. But especially Lizzo, like you said, that it was said early on that Hoda's ratings have been larger than Savannah's. What better way?
Yeah.
Let's see whose ratings rise after this, you know.
How are their fans going to respond? Because people are writing on the Today Show's web pages or whatever they got going on over there. Bring Savannah back or just let Savannah exit out.
So was that interview, or was she completely different? I don't know, so I've got no clue what she's normally like.
Savannah?
No, the woman that was interviewing
Hoda? No, I didn't see a break in Hoda's character at all, other than...
No, I mean, what was she like before this? Did she used to interview people, and did she carry on like that?
Well, that's the way the Today Show is. It interviews different people, and each one of them interviewed different people, unless you're the weather guy, but each one of them...
Was she reacting the way she would anyone?
Yeah, I don't think I saw a break in Hoda's, any of her commentary towards this at all, other than when I heard her, all of a sudden, I don't know, she just picked up the mood or the vibe or I don't know, but something happened where you could hear her talk. I'm going to bring it back up and you guys tell me what you guys think. Siri said, never watched the Today Show after seeing the panel. It looks really boring and dull. I just can't get down with it. I just couldn't. And they cover everything, right from entertainment to the big news.
Like one. We've got one the same.
Yeah, it's just and basically it's about covering the news story of the day. You know what I mean? That's what it's really about. And it's over a couple of hours. So go ahead and jump in chat, see what the chat says. But I'm sorry. I said, can you hear me now?
Go on.
I said, I'm going to bring this up. Will you jump in chat really quick? I'm going to find the place on here where I hear Hoda break out. All right, hold on.
Yeah. So Wild Angel said, I really thought the same last night when I was watching the interview. because the lady, the way she was intercepting like the emotions from her, but then it also was almost like I could see. So I said it is a truly baffling case. John said Hoda is not the person to interview anybody. Actually, she should stay in her lane. Puff piece nonsense.
Well,
April
I mean,
says
she
she
might normally,
agrees.
she might be all right in any other circumstance, but I don't think she was maybe right for
Yeah.
for this interview.
That's why I asked what she's like, with anyone else. Is she that like, where she's putting the tears on or whatever?
Yeah.
So a lot of them are saying they don't watch it. Could it be that she is doing these interviews though because she has had so much support and so much attention on it? She feels the need to, not necessarily for ratings. I don't think it's Savannah doing it for ratings. I don't think she's doing it. I think it is what she says. You get close to people you work with, don't you?
I
Some
think
more
maybe
than
the
others.
Today Show might have set it up to see how the ratings fare,
Yeah, they could have had a little bit of a thing about it. Oh, the ratings will go up, which they probably have. Have you looked into the ratings?
I just heard at the beginning
see?
of it all that, that was the one thing she was concerned about. Was it when she had a throat surgery? Did that Hoda stand up? Did she stand in for her when she had a throat surgery and
I
she had
don't
to
know
be off
because
for a
I
while?
didn't even know she'd had throat surgery, so I wouldn't be able
that's
to
when
answer
it
that.
was. That's when it was. She was
Right.
worried and she couldn't wait to get back because she was worried that Hoda's ratings had gone up and hers had dropped.
Oh.
And so she was concerned that obviously they wouldn't
They're all
renew
in
her
competition with each other
contract.
then. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's when it came about.
Yeah. So who knows? So she's been on the show for so long, April said. They probably felt she should speak on it before coming back. I mean, do you think she's going to go back? I think
she's given the date. She said 6th of April. She says she'll try.
Oh, has she?
Oh, yeah.
See what I mean? I do not know nothing.
That's
so
what she said in
the 6th
today's
of
interview.
April.
She said at the end, the date she's given is 6th of April, and she doesn't know whether she'll be able to do it, but she wants to try. So
she wants, I think, I mean, how can you go from that, what you've just seen, to getting up and sitting there? So does she sit around that table with all them women?
I don't know. I've never seen
program. Does she sit around? Because we're obviously in England, we don't know. Does she sit around the table with them other women? Is that what Savannah does? Hi, Rosie. Good to see you, love. Hiya, Shag. Good to see you, girl. I did say hello to you earlier on when you came in. No wonder Hoda did the interview. So, hang on. I don't know whether Shag's saying yet to my question. Do you know, April? I mean, Leanie will tell us when she comes back if Savannah sits. Oh, Lee, does Savannah sit with the other ladies around the table?
Yeah, it's not usually a table thing unless a lot of times they're just on a couch talking.
Or they're on sofas.
Yeah,
just
so
she very often seems to be paired up with the fella, doesn't she? Normally, the clips I've seen, she seems to be with him a lot.
So the Today Show is, when I was watching it, was back in the day, y'all, when Jane Pauley was on it and Brian Gumbel was on it. Couldn't stand that motherfucker. But anyways, they tend to pair up a female and a male together, which I feel like works really well. Just because we're very, very different people. But there are things like maybe they'll put two females together to cover what is the best bra to wear. You know what I mean? So I think it depends. But for the most part, they go from like a couch setting to a round table setting.
It's very similar to us then. Yeah.
So I listened to this again, you guys, because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't the echinacea. Look it up.
Because I didn't even say she's coming back in April. What's wrong with my brain?
So let's listen to this part. You guys tell me tell me what if you hear all of a sudden Hoda, I'm playing a little bit of Savannah's voice to begin with before as it goes into this question that Hoda asked her. Does Hoda's voice not immediately change into Savannah? So if you close your eyes, you'll hear Savannah, and then you open your eyes and they have spliced it and it's her again. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to do conspiracy theories around here, y'all. And I'm not saying this is a body double and this person's dead and that person. I don't believe in that shit. I'm just saying something
Shag
weird.
says she ate it.
Okay, let's listen again. Let's listen. This stuff is important to me, y'all, because listen, I am really trying hard to, like, instead of looking at what's in front of my face, I want to be like a lot of people, like even Lizzo, that's looking behind and looking underneath. You know what I mean? So while that's one thing I've learned about trying to do true crime cases is that I can't no longer like look right. I mean, that's just, I can't do that if I'm going to be any good at anything. All right. So I will shut up if you guys want to mute out so we can hear this. And you guys tell me we're not going to listen to the whole thing. We're only going to listen to all the way up to what Hoda says. And then we're going to stop it. All right. Watch your ears, guys. Cause and if you want to close your eyes, you'll hear exactly what I'm talking about. Here we go, guys.
Afraid. And I understand that. But our hearts are in agony.
Yeah.
We can't breathe. We can't live. We can't go on. We can't be at peace. We can't go forward. We have to know what happened to her.
Yes. You talked about coming back to New York. One of the other enduring images for me was walking into Studio 1A and seeing you there, speaking to everybody. What was it like for you walking back in there?
I really
Did you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Maggie?
Oh my God, I did, yeah.
Is that not weird? I mean, she drug out the words like Savannah's doing. Her voice gets
Did that happen?
Yeah.
yes, her voice gets really, really deep.
So
Can we do it one more time? Even just the minute Hoda comes,
saying, yeah.
the minute Hoda comes on, just shut your eyes and let's listen to it one more time. I'm blown away. Now, there are times that we all talk like each other, but we're doing it on purpose because it's fucking funny. All right, I'll start it right here. Watch it. Listen to your ears, guys. Watch your ears, I mean.
to know what happened to her.
Yes. You talked about coming back to New York. One of the other enduring images for me was walking into Studio 1A and seeing you there, speaking to everybody. What was it like for you?
Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
It's when she said I was walking out the studio one day. That sounded like Savannah, totally.
And right before that as well, and then that you could tell it's spliced right there, and then it shows Savannah's face, and then she said she's back to her own voice, and she says, "Tell us what that's like." But her voice goes real deep and real rusty, like Savannah's doing. Listen, that could just be a fluke. It could be just from hanging out too long.
Yeah.
But the whole interview, nothing's happened. And from this point on, Hoda never does it again. These are the little things that I notice. Like right now, I'm wearing one black Van shoe and one white Van shoe. And I just noticed that. Okay, it may take me a little while to notice. They have the exact same shoe, people. It is the exact same shoe. All right,
God love it. God love it.
When you're in echinacea to totally screw up, but then when you look down and you realize, oh my God, same shoe, same make, same size, but it's
the house has lost the plus. She's lost the plot. April Maps is Married at First Sight. Have you seen it? Is she talking about the lady passed away with cancer?
Oh, it's
Heartbreaking.
too sad. Too sad.
How old is she? 54, Liz?
Yeah. She's
Oh,
She
you
don't.
watch it?
It literally 10 days after she announced that the cancer had gone to the brain.
Okay, can we get back on topic here, guys?
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't mean to
Sorry,
be rude.
it's just
I
that
don't mean to
April
be
was
rude, but I
asking.
know people are still talking about it in chat. And I know I went off on a tangent about my shoes, but I literally had just seen that happen. Michelle says it's very strange, awkward interview. Sasha said, oh, okay. I'm sorry. Y'all, we could do a whole live on it, I promise. Susie says Carson Daly said after the interview that that's the first time they've heard her talk. She didn't talk to them in weeks. It was the first time hearing the story. It's odd. I don't buy that.
No, I don't.
I mean, listen, if even when, you know, we're real
She was
friends up
there
here.
weeks ago.
Well, she'd been and visited, hadn't she?
Yeah, she'd been in.
But even before that, like, we're real friends. I know a lot of people think maybe we're not. We're in each other's lives. We know, I think, just about everything there's to know that's going on in our lives today. But there are times that we step away for a couple of days, even from each other. And don't think the rest of us still aren't being nosy, asking everybody else in the group saying, have y'all heard from this person? Like, what's going on over there? You know what I mean? Come on. If Savannah is as close to Jenna Bush as what the round table was saying when I cut it off, Jenna Bush knew what was going on. It's just a fact. Sometimes in some instances, you're closer to your friends than you are your family, and your coworkers become your friends. And it's much easier for me to talk to about my personal life to my friends, i.e. these girls up here and the ones in our Discord, than it is to talk to my family, because they're on the outside of it. So there's an unbiased judgment. They tell me if I'm wrong. They tell me if I'm right. You know what I mean? So I'm calling bullshit on the Carson Daly. Maybe Savannah didn't call him. But what do you guys think? Do you think that she actually is talking? I mean, surely she called Hoda and thanked her for getting into her position and saving her job. They didn't go looking for somebody else to take her place to pay her. Hoda came out of retirement. So don't tell me you haven't talked to Hoda. Don't tell me you haven't talked to Jenna.
Talked to them. I mean, if she's so close as she's saying that they're a family, they're like her family. She's
And
definitely
that's home. Yeah, she's obviously spoken. She's
been in to see them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously she's been in to see them about a job as well, about discussing about going back and whatever.
Siri says, and I heard you girls talking about this too when I was trying to, through my echinacea, get dressed, when I was trying to hurry up and get here to you guys. I heard you guys talking about a Dateline show. I didn't know anything about that. So thank you for saying that. I did do one time, because a lot of people didn't get that channel, and it got, of course, YouTube took it down, which I didn't mind. So I can tell you what I can do. Well, most everybody here in the States has it. So, I mean, you can find Dateline on YouTube TV. So I'm not going to worry about broadcasting that like I did the other one. The other one was actually an app that we were watching about Brian Koberger. So I did go live with that one. But the Dateline, I think everybody just watch it as you can watch it. And I will play it for the girls who are out of the country that don't get Dateline. We'll work it out where we can watch it privately together. And come in and let us know what you guys have to think about it. I mean, I didn't even know they were doing a Dateline. I had no clue.
Yeah, it was. They were all saying last night in the live. Everyone was telling us that it was on tonight. Lizzo knew as well.
Oh, girl,
it says
yes.
Dateline's also on NBC. So go figure.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think NBC, like, shame on you, NBC, if the higher ups, if you really are milking this for ratings, you should be ashamed. But I mean, that's what business is about, right? Sticking it to whoever they have to stick it to be the top, the biggest of the big. And let's just
Yeah.
face it, regular TV, ABC, NBC, CBS, they're all competing with internet apps now, right?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
losing all of their really good reporters to YouTube. They
Yeah,
open
exactly.
YouTube channels.
Because some people are very natural at it.
Yeah, and they
You
don't
know.
want, they're tired of reporting on shit and having to portray it a way that doesn't match what they feel. And so they've already got a following. They're
Yeah.
now they're opening their own business. They don't answer to the man anymore. What do you guys think about that? Do you think eventually TV as we know it now, like your guys' stations over there, ours, but you guys have regular stations that it doesn't
Yeah.
take
Mhm.
cable to get to? Do you
Yeah,
think
like-
in, let's just say 10 years that it's
Yeah.
even going to be a thing?
Well, we're
Yeah,
already
as
seeing it in
I think
England
it's very changing. Yeah.
as far as news channels go. Yeah, we're already seeing it because people are now choosing to watch, like other news channels that are on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because obviously your
A
set
lot of
ones like your
stuff that you just
BBC,
go
your
to YouTube.
ITV,
Yeah.
they're political and they're different. They're kind of controlled. Whereas these ones that are springing up on YouTube are giving you the actual news, the proper news. What
Yeah.
we're not getting now on TV.
Yeah, and it's not censored, right? And
Yeah,
and you
that's
don't
right.
have because like for me, there's no way this mouth can work for anybody that's going to give me a script to read. Because no, I read a script for the first 30 years of my life. I'm I'm way, y'all came way too late to try to control me. So and I think that's what's going on. These big names, the Megyn Kelly, the Nancy Guthrie. Nancy hasn't totally pulled away.
They're out there and it's real time.
It is
saying
real
stuff.
time. And they're not
Yeah.
censored anymore. They work for themselves and they gave
Yeah.
the big fuck you to these
Yeah.
big organizations that were paying them
Ashley
big money.
Banfield doesn't care anymore.
No.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. And you know what? I dig that because I don't want to be scripted. I want to know
It's
the
real and
truth.
it's raw, and that's what you want.
Right. And then I want to be able to decide for myself. The news organizations, what we see on TV, they're giving us a script as to what we should believe. Here you go. Shove this down your throat. And then you've got no way of thinking for yourself because the facts are biased and a lot of the facts aren't even being told. So I'm digging that people are going doing their own podcasting now.
Me
and
too.
the truth
Yeah.
the truth of things are starting to come out now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather watch someone on YouTube doing it. You're getting it as it's happening, and it just unfolds in front of you, and there's no lies, and you're not wondering. It's all there.
Sandra wants to know where's the dating apps.
I know. I was
You
just
are
laughed.
adorable. Be careful. We've had a few what do you call it, love hookups here, and they did not work out. So do not come to
This
us.
was like the love boat.
Oh Lord.
Don't come to us for dating advice because we're just shoving people together.
Yeah, they're
because
terrible at it. Don't
we
trust
are.
them.
We just want we are. We didn't care who we were setting Lizzo up. We were
Lord
just wanting
above.
the warm feeling.
I know. We tell Lizzo what she hates us.
We were living vicariously through Lizzo. We were all like fuzzy, and Lizzo's in the messenger going, "I fucking hate all of you. Like I can't get rid of this." It's like this babies that just keeps growing and it doesn't stop. So yeah, don't come to us because
Don't even go there. We're no good.
We're not looking for your best interest. We're looking for our own warm, fuzzy feelings.
And you know what, Susie Bell, you're right. Let's hope the YouTubers get something nice said about them because they're out there and still out there looking for their mother.
That's what I find most annoying about this is that
I think Susanna could have said something nice. It's just like the trash, like the pieces of
she's
shit
asking for
days
public's
that shouldn't
help.
be there.
She's asking for public's help, and they're trying to help, but all they're doing is getting
Yeah,
slammed all the time.
I
Now,
know.
don't get me wrong. Some of them I do think are out there just to,
Yeah.
get ratings and numbers and what have you. I mean, I watched the other night, and there were that in with
But
tattoos.
still, they're working for ratings.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah. But some of
I
them that
wouldn't
are
give a
out
shit
there,
as long as my mother's
like
name. I do get you though.
that exploring with Jim, who lives in California, who comes down, he doesn't hook up with everybody. He literally goes out and searches in the heat.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
I've seen it.
he's
Yeah.
he goes back to California. He gets his maps out and he studies his maps and he works out exactly where he's going to come back and search.
Isn't he the one they call Map Guy?
No, that's that other guy from Virginia
Oh,
that came. He doesn't have a channel map guy. But no, Jim, he's good. He doesn't tell anybody what he's doing. He just comes down and
and
cracks
just go and
on
does it.
and does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's
and-
no thanks for these people, that
I
are
know, it's terrible.
doing this.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think that unless they do it on their own platforms, the media is not going to allow it. Because if, let's just say, for instance, Hoda was still working for, let's just say Hoda, while she's at NBC, says, hey, big shout out to this YouTuber, big shout out to that person. They've been boots on the ground. They've been there day one. They've been covering this from day one. According to Leanie's been doing 2 lives a day, things like that. Then automatically people are going to be like, oh, let me check that out. And maybe they might lose viewership.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ashley
So-
Banfield, though, she mentioned someone.
Right. But she
Oh, yeah.
works for herself now. Just
Yeah,
like
few of
Nancy.
them.
She still did it, didn't she? More than
Mhm.
anyone else does.
Nancy Grace has mentioned a few of them.
Yeah.
Has she?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
she
good
I
for
has she meant. Yeah, I don't think anybody tells Nancy Grace what to do. What y'all think? Oh
Yeah.
no,
I think
you
whoa. So
Try
we
to
can
tell.
see you.
Hi, Dawn. Yes. Try to tell Nancy Grace what to do, y'all. Oh, no, she's my boo thing. Listen, Nancy Grace will tell you where to go and how to get there that fast. And you're going to listen or she's going to kick your ass, which brings us to this.
The way she stops people is hysterical.
Oh, I love it. We love us some Nancy Grace, y'all. We love her.
Stop. Whoa, stop.
Whoa, whoa. What says you, Chris McDonough?
Angelini, what did you just say?
Chris McDonough? Oh my God.
So when
Juan-
she repeats it and the eyes flicker.
Juan Martinez.
It's when she
One-
said she'd text them down, she went take them off and then goes bring them back.
yeah.
If she did
Cut
that
his
to me,
mic.
I'd be so pissed.
Cut his mic. Y'all, I love her. I want that job.
Yeah, I do.
I would
I
be so good to get paid to talk shit the way Nancy Grace does and not have. She's like, fuck y'all. Am I offending you? Yeah, fuck off. Come back another day. We'll try it again tomorrow. You know what I mean? She don't give any damns. None. Zero. She gives no damns anymore about
No
nothing.
fucks for no one.
No one. And speaking of that, my sweet loved ones, good to see you, Dawn. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention in chat because Beefcake just came home and I was saying hi to him. But speaking of our Nancy Grace, girls, do you have anything to say before? Yes, according to Leanie, is going to play my boo thing about what she thinks about the Savannah Guthrie interviews. Anything, ladies?
Say again, I thought you were talking to Beefcake.
No, I said I was talking to Beefcake. I said before we play my boo thing, speaking of Savannah, do you guys have anything to say before we play
No.
Nancy
no.
Grace
Get rolling.
on what she thinks about the Savannah Guthrie interviews? All right, so let's roll this down and then watch your ears. And then I'll make it as big as I can. Oh, y'all love me some Nancy Grace. Listen, look at them eyes. She's like, bitch, try me. Try me. Try me. I can feel it. I feel the whole attitude. That's why I love her.
That look.
I
know.
used to hate her until I
Did
got
you?
older. Oh, yes. I couldn't stand this bitch. But that's when I was reading a script for my life. And then all of a sudden I flipped into this person I didn't know of, you don't tell me what to do. Nobody else will tell me what to do. I've got my own mind. I'm going to use it and I don't want to use yours. That's when I started appreciating Nancy Grace. Yeah. And then I realized, oh, fuck, I'm just like her. Okay, here we go. Watch your ears, y'all. This is going to be about 34 minutes. I don't really, let me speed it up. If it gets a little bit too ununderstandable, what word should I be using there, you guys?
Oh, I haven't got
Ununderstandable.
a clue. I'm brain set.
Okay, well, if it gets like you can't understand her because it's too fast, then I will slow it down. But let's get it to about a 20-minute discussion with old Nancy here with the same hair she's been wearing. Well, we're not going to dog Nance. We love you, Nance. You do your hair any way you want to, sister.
Nancy.
All right, let's go.
For tonight, the latest into the investigation regarding her disappearance. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us.
I mean, from the very early moments, Annie and Tommy were saying this isn't that case that you are used to where someone wanders off. She can't wander off. Mm-hmm. My mom, she was in tremendous pain. Yeah. Her back was very bad. She was trying to, on a good day, she could walk down to the mailbox and get the mail, but most days not. So there was no wander off. And the doors were propped open. Yeah. And there was blood on the front doorstep. And the Ring camera had been yanked off. Yeah. And so we were saying, this is
do something.
This is not okay. Yeah. This isn't, something is very wrong here. Yeah.
That from our friends at Today YouTube. Dave, Matt, what's the latest?
Nancy, we learned a lot in this Today Show interview between Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb. But one thing that we have known early was about medication that Nancy Guthrie takes for pain. Savannah reiterated that, saying that, there are times when Nancy couldn't even walk to the mailbox. I mean, her pain is that bad that on a good day, she would walk to the mailbox. I mean, that is significant because of all of the things we have learned about what happened inside the house, evidence-wise, what we have seen on the front porch in terms of blood. And that was pretty important to really get more of the details about the pain that Nancy Guthrie lives with on a daily basis and how difficult life can be. There was also something else. Doors propped open. This is the first time we've heard this mentioned. Doors propped open. Now, I'm going to bet that it's not the front door because we've dealt with the front door. We've talked a lot about that where we had Porch Guy on video, right? But what about the back door? Was the back door propped open as Savannah intimated during the interview? Is that what it was propped open? And that's how they were able to get Nancy Guthrie out of the house? Again, going back to, she can't even walk to the mailbox barely. So we believe she was carried out of the house in some manner. This really does change what we're talking about in terms of Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping. So what door was propped open? We got to find that out. So now we know doors propped open and, of course, the pain. But there was even more in the Today Show interview with Savannah Guthrie.
And he said, I think she's been kidnapped for ransom. And I said, what? Well, why? What? And then, it sounds so like, how dumb could I be? But I didn't want to believe. I just said, do you think because of me? And he said, I'm sorry, sweetie, but yeah, maybe. But I knew that.
You did?
I hope not. We still don't know. Mm-hmm. Honestly, we don't know anything. No. We don't know anything. So I don't know that it's because she's my mom and somebody thought, oh, that lady has money. We can make a quick buck. That would make sense, but we don't know. But yeah, that's probably, which is too much to bear. To think that I brought this to her bedside. That it's because of me. And I just say, I'm so sorry, Mommy. I'm so sorry.
The thought that Savannah Guthrie is blaming herself, that interview from the Today Show, it's heartbreaking for her to apologize to her sister and her brother, and of course to her mother, with such a, obviously knowing how we all call our mom something different, calling her mommy, breaking hearts around the world to think that it's her fault somehow. It's not. It's the kidnapper's fault. But we do see a lot of information on this interview that we didn't know before. We have some new information about what happened the night Nancy Guthrie was taken. We believe, based on what Savannah has said previously, that Nancy Guthrie was taken from her bed in the middle of the night. In this piece from Savannah on the Today Show, she's mentioning that 84-year-old woman taken in the dead of night in her PJs with no shoes.
It is surreal. How is it possible that we are having to make a video speaking to a kidnapper who took an 84-year-old woman in the dead of night in her pajamas with no shoes, without her medicine, this little person, and to beg for mercy.
That from our friends at Today YouTube. Savannah issuing another plea, begging people for help and describing the anguish her family has been enduring since her mother vanished in the middle of the night. Now to Brian Fitzgibbons joining us, Director of Operations, USPA Nationwide Security, leading a team of investigators around the world, including extractions from Mexico, finding missing people, former Marine, Iraqi war vet. Brian, weigh in.
Yeah, this interview answers a number of questions that we've had as we followed this case. And hearing that Mrs. Guthrie was taken with no shoes, in her pajamas, in the dead of night, with the doors to the back propped wide open, we certainly learned quite a bit about this abduction. And I will note something else that we heard in the interview is that Cameron Guthrie, Savannah's brother, career fighter pilot, and also served in intelligence in the military, almost immediately identified that this was a kidnapping for ransom plot. In the immediate minutes following this being reported to Pima County, Annie Guthrie was communicating to them that she could not have wandered off, could not have walked a distance. So this case was treated that way right from the start.
Is that something that we see in the world today as a kidnapping for ransom? We don't tend to hear about them a lot, but for him to pick up on that right away, is that what you're seeing as well?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's certainly rare, rare occurrence, worldwide and certainly here in the U.S. But, with Savannah Guthrie's fame, notoriety, and wealth, that's a clear possibility and one that is the obvious first ranked choice. And I think, Dave, one thing I'll mention is that we also learned a little bit more about that porch video. When we hear that entry was gained through a propped open door, likely in the back of the house, what we're seeing on that video is probably some type of logistics activity, that they're preparing that door, that Mrs. Guthrie may have already encountered another perpetrator, and this is a second person now preparing them to exit her from the house. So we know that she went out the front door, almost as a fact, with that blood on the porch. The essential piece is here with these propped open doors. We know that was not the front door that was propped open. That's likely where they gained entry. Okay. What you're seeing on the porch is very likely in that video that Mrs. Guthrie has already had the encounter with the second subject here, and that this person on the porch is preparing for the exit. Removing the camera is one of those pieces, those tasks he was assigned.
Do you believe that some of the ransom notes are from the actual kidnapper?
Yeah, and one key point to say here is that in Savannah's words, she said that there were 2 ransom notes sent to us that we do believe were authentic. She didn't say sent to TMZ. She didn't say sent to KOLD. She said 2 ransom notes sent to us. So the question is, were there other communications that the public wasn't aware of? And if she's feeling that these are authentic, I can tell you that that's at the counsel of the FBI, that she's not coming up with that on her own.
But is there something that can be done to protect the family in Arizona to prevent them from being hassled? Yeah,
it's just a sad commentary on, the state of our society that folks are going to pester a family in the midst of this incredible pain, for whatever gain they see, be it an audience on Instagram or something like that. I know that most of the media has been tremendously respectful, as well as independent journalists that are out there have been tremendously respectful of the family. But there have been some instances in front of that house, where you have it turned into a bit of a circus with some of the folks showing up.
American homeowners, the FBI has been warning about a type of real estate fraud called title theft. Your equity. Good luck.
Someone needs to do the right thing. We are in agony.
Yeah.
We are in agony. It is unbearable. And to think of what she went through. I wake up every night, in the middle of the night, every night. And in the darkness, I imagine her terror. And it is unthinkable, but those thoughts demand to be thought. Yeah. And I will not hide my face. That she needs to come home now.
Yes. That from our friends at Today, YouTube. To Janine Driver joining us, body language expert, CEO of the Body Language Institute. She's a New York Times best-selling author of You Say More Than You Think and You Can't Lie to Me. She is a star of a hit podcast, In the Driver's Seat with Janine Driver. Janine, weigh in.
There's a lot happening here from the beginning all the way to the end. We see subtle shifts that the everyday person might not pick up on. And one of those subtle shifts is Savannah's chin starts to go slightly up, which is this held composure as she's talking. And this is where she says at the end of this little mini clip, hey, I'm not disappearing. I'm not going anywhere. This deserves attention right now. And she's not going anywhere. So we see that here. Also, she tilts her head to the right throughout this whole entire interview. So to her right. And so to her right is emotional processing. If we tilted our head to our left, this is more, I'm thinking about it. What are my thoughts here? But when we go to the right, which we see the whole time, she is in an emotional state. This is not someone who is saying I'm in control here. She's processing through emotions. We see this with the lower eyelids that she has in her mouth slightly parted. It's what we consider a held response. It's composure. It's composure. And this is sadness. She has truth teller eyes, which are, she's not trying to convince anybody. She's just like, hey, here's what's going on. She repeats herself a couple times. And this is critically important because when we repeat ourselves, it can mean a couple different things. Here, what I believe it means is that emotional weight that Savannah has. But sometimes people repeat themselves to try to convince us of something. And what we're looking for when someone repeats a statement is we're looking for what happens with that second repeat. How does their behavior change, their tone and their pitch? In what we see here with Savannah and we experience with Savannah when she says it the second time is she says that she can't sleep at night, that we can't sleep at, this is what happens in the middle of the night. We do see a change in her affect when she says it the second time, which is indicative of someone who is telling us the truth. She's involved in an emotional state versus someone maybe in sales or in law enforcement or in a courtroom trying to convince us. Truthful people convey information. Liars try to convince. This is not convincing at all. This is an emotional state that we see. And it's, hey, when we repeat ourselves, this is important that you understand. I'm going to say it again. When all of a sudden someone repeats themselves a second time and they start to get angry, that's trying to convince. So I always say, when someone says something, the same thing twice, stop and say, is there a change of behavior? There should be, if it's emotional. It should be softer or a little harder, but we want to feel like it's not a performance. And with Savannah, it's not. It's like, here's what's happening here. It's not in a moment of, hey, do you understand what's happening? When someone suddenly repeats themselves a second time and is getting angry with you, that's suspicious. That's trying to convince, not convey.
To Dave Mack, what do you think of that?
That's amazing, Janine. That's an amazing thing. I couldn't even hold myself watching the interview, watching Savannah so emotional and Hoda so this is the first time we've actually seen where Savannah is engaging. What we've seen before were the releases on social media of her conveying a message. And those were difficult, from that point as well. But this is actually where Savannah is talking one-on-one with somebody who is a dear friend and a professional cohort. So a very difficult time. Did you catch anything else of what she was saying? That is she still trying to reach out to the criminals here who have taken her mother?
When she said, do the right thing. And we've heard this right out of the gate. So constantly do the right thing. This is really great. It's not you have to do it. It's hey, do the right thing. By the way, in this moment, by not saying call the police and do this is very smart, because when we hear do the right thing and you're not giving us that extra command, it makes my brain have to figure out, okay, well, what is the next right thing that I have to do right here? We are in agony. That's the sentence that she had said 2 times. She does a tongue out, a wrinkled chin, and her eyes close that second time she says, we are in agony. This is indicative of an emotional response, because we are seeing that change in the behavior. I wake up in the middle of the night every night in darkness. She squints her eyes here, which is this emotional processing. Every night, her lips tightly close and her tongue comes out. When her tongue comes out, this is what's called a pacifying move. It's letting us know there's a spike in stress and anxiety. She's pacifying herself, comforting herself in that tiny little moment. And she's probably not doing it on purpose. She doesn't even realize she's doing it. Her chin going up and that jaw with tension. We see her jaw getting really tense here. She's holding composure under this emotional load. It's almost like she's bracing gently when we are hearing her talk. From the beginning of this mini clip to the end, we notice a difference in the frame of how Savannah is talking. In the beginning, she's open, she's receiving, she's starting to talk. And as it goes along, she's getting into the experience of it all. And I think Hoda did a really great job. When someone begins to repeat themselves 2 times, or you see this high spike in emotions, the best thing for us to do, and this is even with your kids, or a coworker, high emotional state, our job is to create safety and to be a good listener. My boyfriend is a doctorate, getting his doctorate at Craig Dotson, and he works with kids with autism, and in the school where kids are having learning challenges and real struggles, emotional struggles. And he tells me all the time, Janine, if your kids are ever emotional, anyone's emotional, our job, the best way to calm down that emotion, be a good listener. And you want to make sure you're creating a safe environment. And Hoda did such a wonderful job building empathy, mirroring the behavior and the facial expressions. We saw sadness with Hoda. We mirror people we like. And so this creates a safe space for Savannah. And I thought that it was really well done. And Hoda showed up with a lot of respect, which I'm not surprised. I've been interviewed by both Hoda and Savannah many times, and they're both very thoughtful, kind, respectful people. My heart goes out to Savannah. You feel it here. Now, your question, is there a difference from when we saw Savannah initially in the first pleas to the captors to now? There's not. There's very similar differences. Very similar behavior. We see Savannah here in this clip that you're showing. Look at her chin is up. So what happens is when we are feeling like all is lost, we collapse in, we get smaller, we pull our chin in. We don't see this with Savannah from the very beginning. She's like, listen, we just want our mom back, right? We just want her back. She's incredibly confident. It wouldn't surprise me if she's the person holding the family together between her and her brother and sister, Cameron and Annie. We see this, but that head tilt is that, hey, I'm here to listen. She doesn't come across as aggressive or demanding. Even the language is really softer. It's not, you have to do what we're asking you to do. You must do this. I wrote down some other words along the way here too. We want you to do the right thing. Do the right thing. In my world, that's called an embedded command. An embedded command is a message that you're sending to someone's subconscious. She's saying, do the right thing. And here's where the secret is. She nods her head yes here. So what we know with research is when what we're saying verbally and non-verbally, do the right thing, nodding her head yes slightly, this increases our persuasion ability to persuade others. Hey, would you like to go to lunch right now? And I'm nodding my head yes, versus my head is just still. Would you like to go for lunch right now? So here we're seeing sadness. I think if we're looking at the big difference is here, we're seeing tears and massive grief with Savannah. Today in this mini clip that was released, we're seeing glassiness. We're not seeing like a big, strong emotion. And we're seeing a woman who's trying her best to, in my opinion, to have composure in this moment. It's okay. I'll get through this.
Hi, guys. Nancy Grace here. Please. I hope to see you there, and thank you, friend.
From the very early moments, Annie and Tommy were saying this isn't that case that you are used to where someone wanders off. She can't wander off. Mm-hmm. My mom, she was in tremendous pain. Yeah. Her back was very bad. She was trying to, on a good day, she could walk down to the mailbox and get the mail, but most days not. So there was no wander off. And the doors were propped open. Yeah. And there was blood on the front doors. And the Ring camera had been yanked off. Yeah. And so we were saying, this is...
Do something.
This is not okay. Yeah. This isn't... Something is very wrong here.
Yeah.
That is from the Today Show on YouTube. Janine, is there a specific way that words are framed that convey a different message than what we might think?
Yeah, this is a great question. We hear Savannah say, we continue to believe versus no. So what she's saying here is, I'm not claiming certainty, but we continue to believe. This is important. Someone knows something. It's broad. It's not accusatory. It opens the door psychologically. So someone out there knows something. It's designed to prompt action, right? To share. And she says, we hope people search their memories. This keeps it collaborative and not demanding. She's not saying we're asking. First, she starts with, we hope. We're hoping that we can be collaborative. The big thing for me on the words was when she said, we are all family now. I love this. We're all family now. It expands the circle of responsibility. It's persuasive language. We're all family now. We're all responsible. If you know something, please do the right thing and share. And last but not least, Savannah starts off the beginning of this release of the interview that we're seeing on the Today Show with Hoda Kotb. She starts off with her face being asymmetrical. The emotions are showing up slightly different on one side of the face than the other. What this indicates is this is not a well-rehearsed script. She didn't come in and say, I'm going to say this and then this. She didn't memorize it. This is coming across to me as very authentic, being in the moment, connecting with her friend Hoda and sharing. As the interview goes on, in the little clip that we saw where she's like, I'm not going away, her face gets symmetrical again. What that indicates when the face is symmetrical, her prefrontal cortex, that higher thinking, gets back online when she talks about her own behavior. Hey, I'm uncertain here. So we see the asymmetrical face. When she says, I'll tell you this, I'm not disappearing. My face is not going to disappear. Her face goes back to being balanced and symmetrical. Still head tilt to the right because she's still in an emotional state. But here, prefrontal cortex. This woman is a smart cookie. This is a woman who is in the moment, being present in the moment and controlling her emotions. Those tongue protrusions that occasionally come out where she sticks out her tongue, this is her comforting her Savannah, her comforting herself.
All right. Now, Jenny, we actually have the tape that we want you to look at of what has been referred to as porch guy. There he is, as this individual shows up on the porch the night the early morning hours of February 1st when Nancy Guthrie was kidnapped. As you see this person walking around, and they're kind of lost looking for something to cover up the camera. We're curious as to what you see in the body language of how this individual is working by and looking and doing things.
But we are seeing him at diagonals quite a bit. Granted, even though he's coming up and trying to stay away from the camera, he tilts off to the left. When he leans down, you might say, well, Janine, how else might you lean down? Well, some people lean straight down when they drop a pen or drop something. He's leaning at diagonal. He even walks slowly at this diagonal. Why this matters is there's something called movement pattern analysis or movement DNA. I often will dub it a behavioral fingerprint. And there are about, 8 or 9 billion people on the planet. There's 36 billion different combinations of how we move our bodies that connect directly to how we make decisions in life. The fact that we're seeing these diagonals again there, he's tipped to his left. Now he's going to tip to his right here. So when we see these tips, these are connected with evaluators. These are people that like systems. These are people that are motivated to prioritize things. And by the way, just because you are motivated to create a system or to evaluate or do pros and cons doesn't mean you're good at it. And so the reason this is important for the people that are watching this clip, I have a funny feeling there are people out there that look at this movement and say, he reminds me of my next door neighbor or my former neighbor, or he reminds me of my cousin's best friend. Why do I think that? Research shows that we can literally walk down the street and not see a person's face, not hear their voice, but by the way they're walking, say, is that my next door neighbor? Is that my ex-husband? Your kids walk in the house and you don't even have to see them. And you go, Charlie, is that you? Jack, is that you? How? By how heavy they walk, how their movement is moving can literally let someone else know. This is how parents know which child walked in first, because we have movement DNA. So what's important here is noticing this movement. This is a person who, when he dips down to pick something up, he's using at the diagonal. This is the scales of justice. If I were Savannah and her family, these are the types of people that connect with thinking about how is this going to impact your family? Tie in that evaluation. How this going unsolved, unresolved, how is this impacting the people in your life, your family? Because this is a person who's going to evaluate what's happening here.
This individual, as you watch him or her walking up to the door, it looks to me like they're looking inside the door, like they're trying to see, here we go, head down. He was kind of loping when he comes in, right? The first two steps are kind of like one of the Marx Brothers. There it is. And then he looks down like, oh, wait a minute, the camera. It looks to me like he's looking inside the house through that side window. Like, is my compatriot in here? Are they going to let me in? Is that what you're seeing, or am I reading too much into it?
Well, I don't know. I always say I can notice the behavior. I can't tell you what the catalyst is on the behavior, but that's certainly likely that could be happening. Of course, he probably doesn't want his face to be seen as he's coming forward here. As he gets closer to the camera, though, we can see a little bit of his eyes at one point. And when we see that, we can see the curvature of his eyebrows, which are curved. And there's 3 types of eyebrows. We can see it right here. Curved eyebrows are people who care about the people around them. A friend of mine, Brian Galpy, he teaches physiognomy, and that's the study of the structure of our face. And there's only 3 types of eyebrows, Brian says. Think about, go to the Lego store. Legos, all those little Lego characters have 3 eyebrows attached to these heads, right? They're either straight across, they're curved, or they're angled. Well, straight across people want facts and figures, logic. Angled eyebrows want to know what's your angle. They think long term. They think the consequences. We see curved eyebrows here. Curved eyebrows are people who care about how does this impact the people around me. If I was still in law enforcement and retired ATF, I would be thinking, okay, did the Guthrie family do anything to anyone in the community, to the family? Could it have been the Epstein situation? This person is involved in those curved eyebrows. He's thinking, all right, this is connected somehow, whether it's on the front end to my family or in the back end. I just did this crime. How is this going to impact the people around me? So we don't know if it happened before or after or both. But this is a man, this is an individual who cares about how his behavior and other people's behavior impacts the people around them. If you're in sales and you have curved eyebrows, I've curved, but they're hard to see. You want to say, hey, Janine, if you buy my product, here's how it's going to make your kids enjoy their summer better. Here's how it's going to help your sister with her new business. You're going to talk about not just me, but everybody else. So during the plea, I would add in here, how is this impacting your family? The stress of maybe people knowing about this. And maybe this could help share and get some of this load off of someone out there that might be carrying the secret. They know what's going on.
So many people are struggling to keep up with credit card payments every single month.
All right, guys, we're going to stop it right there. I did write down a couple things that we gleaned from there, that I understood her to say, and some of it did make a little bit of sense. I don't put a lot of, well, it's none of my business, but anyways, there's a couple things that I want to bring up to you guys really, really quick, and then we will close the show out. I just want to remind you guys that in the Idaho 4 case, the family didn't know much, and that was why the Goncalves family was so loud in the media, because they knew that the police weren't telling us what all they knew, and they felt like things weren't making sense to them, so they wanted more information from the police to make it make sense, right? So when Savannah says, we really don't know, we don't know, I just from past watching other crimes happen, I believe that to be true, that they don't know a whole lot. We've learned that from many, many crimes. It doesn't matter who you are, the police are still going to hold things close to their vest. So I wanted to bring that up. The other thing I wanted to bring up was when this lady was talking about true movement DNA. I was sitting there listening to her, and I thought, because a lot of what she said, I was just like, you're full of shit, but whatever. I'm, I have different ways of thinking about that. The true DNA movement to me really hit home, because it is. I mean, I could be laying in the bed there and I can tell you which of the 3 dogs is running towards me, and I can't even see them just because of the way that they hit the floor, whose nails haven't been cut, that sort of thing. So I do believe in that sort of thing. And last but not least, I want to give you something to think about as we close this out. The back prop doors. Something hit me when they were talking about that just a few seconds ago, the back prop doors. And then I was reading chat as well as with you guys. Here's my thought. Just for now. Now I'm going to have to go and rethink it 50 times over, because that's what I do, is I obsessive think. The prop doors, I can't make it make sense yet, but obviously it happened. My question to you is, and I leave you with this. Was the plan to take her out the back doors, and that's why they were propped open? I do believe there to be 2 people. Now just follow me with this scenario. I do believe there to be at least 2 people out there, right? So was the plan, yeah, we're gonna go in through here, the door's open, we're gonna go in, prop the door open, we'll get her, we'll get the hell out of here through here. And then once the person is on the inside, because I believe that at one point only one person went in, once the person's on the inside and realizes just how feeble this woman is, we know if they went out through the back, it was going to be a hell of a lot longer walk. So did they walkie-talkie or radio to the person waiting outside? Hey, new plan. We got to take her out the front. Tell them to drive around the front. We're going to take her out the front because this woman cannot walk through the backyard to get to the waiting vehicle. And that's why the doors were propped open, because at that moment there was a change in plans. And that's why we're worried about taking that, because remember, the busted camera was on the back of the house. They didn't worry about the front camera, right? So did it all change mid of what was going on? The plan was always to take her out. They took out the lights. They propped open the door. They had it ready. The guy gets in there. We know that she was in bed. That's what Savannah says. And when he gets in there and sees her and says, she can't walk. There's no way from the backyard we're going to be able to get her to our waiting car. Tell the person, whoever's sitting in the waiting car, drive the car around front. Remember, when the guy's on the porch, I showed you exactly where it is spliced at, where the video is spliced at. And so was it a quick change of plan? It'd be easier to get Nancy out the front door, put her directly in the car where the blood stops right there, and they're gone.
No, what, Lee? I'm going to go with you on that one, yeah. Good thinking.
Now, that's just something that just hit me when I was trying to figure out these backdoor things. It may or may not be true, but it's something to think about. It's something to think about.
It's on the interview, Rebecca. Savannah says it on the interview.
So, and there's only one reason to have the doors propped open. Now, when this guy first started talking and he said, I don't remember because I'm starting to run together, but I really want to give you that thought because we haven't heard anybody talk about that yet, that maybe there was a change of plan in the beginning, but that would be right now in this moment, because it just came to me. The only thing that makes sense about the prop door open, that there was a definite change in plan. So we'll see. We can revisit it. We can revisit it again. And I think we should go over that theory again, because and I want y'all to think about it that are in chat. Make that make sense in your head. Make it make sense in your head about, I mean, they planned for a back door taken out. The camera was, sorry, my dog's, hey, new. I know what's happening. Baby child this child's coming over the fence. William, I forgot to tell you the door. Hold on, guys. You're going to hear all my business here. The garage door opener is not working. So Duncan, who's coming in the back door right now, is jumping the fence because the garage door keypad isn't working. I forgot to tell you that 2 days ago. See, that's how crimes happen, you guys.
They're good, aren't they?
That's how crime happens. You just forget to tell your husband about stuff so he can fix it. But anyways, that's the only thing that comes to mind right there, that they were ready to take her right out the back. They punched out the video camera in the back, but yet they left the front door alone. They left the camera alone, and then it got changed mid-crime. And now he's like, fuck, what do I do with this camera? We didn't even worry about this because this wasn't the plan. So now we've got a different plan. So I wanted to leave you guys with that. You guys just think about that. Maybe that's the reason for the back doors. I don't know. But I'm going to think on it.
Good.
I'm going to think on it again too. And watch also the Dateline. Maybe we'll get something else from Dateline that we can add another, because I feel like I've got this whole puzzle in front of me, y'all, and I got some pieces put together, but I can't find some missing pieces that are still in the pile. And so I think that's what's happening with the little bit that we keep giving, the little crumbles that we keep getting. It's like we're finding that piece that we can put into the puzzle that will fit. All right, you guys, we are going to close this one out. Our ladies over in the UK, I know, have to be getting tired.
I'm tired, I am.
And I appreciate you girls starting this live so much and being just as invested as the rest of us are in this, and your help on this case. It really means a lot. Thank you girls so much.
Oh, thank you, Lee. And Julio, we'll definitely try and get that up next time. Probably be next week now. I'll just point it out to Leanie. I don't know whether you've seen that, Lee. Who's LD?
LD. I don't
Who's
know.
LD?
We need to watch
Daly.
LD. Luke Daly.
Oh, Luke Daly, yeah, walks out to the Pima County Court to see. Okay, yeah, okay, that'd be a good one to see his gate. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Rebecca, go
Say
back and
goodbye.
listen to it. They talk about the doors being propped open and that she was taken out in pajamas and no shoes. So there you
Yeah.
go. There's a little spoiler alert for you. All right, guys, we are going to close this one out. It's been another great live. I appreciate all of you guys for being here.
Good night,
you have-
everyone.
Good night, Maggie. Thank you so much. Good night, Liz. Thank you
Good
so
night,
much.
Liz.
Okay.
Good night, all. Good night.
If you guys haven't hit the thumbs up yet, that's all we ever ask of anybody. Just double tap your screen. Magic happens right there. At least for us, it does. Thank you so much. And it's free. Doesn't cost you anything but a millimeter of a second to hit the like. And we will see you on the next one. Tonight, I will be going live again to close out the Jodi Arias trial that we have been watching. Hopefully we will close that one out tonight, and then we will be putting a vote out for the next court case that we're going to be watching together. So if you are up and you're having some insomnia and you want to join chat, which we have a great chat in that one as well, if you have some insomnia going on and you just want to listen out for a little while, have someone keep you company, I'm your girl. We will do it and we'll be happy to do it. Thanks, guys, so much for being here. We appreciate you, and we will see you on the next one. Y'all be good or be good at it. Bye, guys.
Big heart.